Hey guys, it's Coach Victoria here. Today we are going to go over how to do the level 4 balance beam choreography. I've got Coach Kaylin here with me behind the camera, and she's got the book so that we can make sure that we're doing everything correctly for you. Let's start with the balance beam mount. So for the mount, you're going to jump to a front support. And as you jump to the front support, you have your silly foot and your happy foot, or your dominant foot and then your non-dominant foot. I'm going to call your non-dominant foot your silly foot because that's how I do it for my gymnasts. It just is easier to coach them as they're all different righties and lefties. So I'm just going to say happy foot or silly foot. And if you are a righty, your happy foot is your right foot. If you're a lefty, your happy foot is your left foot. So as we do this mount, we're going to jump to front support and we're going to bring our silly foot up to our bottom in a kind of fish pose. So the knees stay together, silly foot's up to the bottom. I'm going to turn around and show you guys this way so that you can see what I was doing there. Jump front support, and this foot goes up behind, knees stay together. Okay. Next, we're going to take that foot. So from here, you're going to take your silly foot and you're going to put it on the side of the balance beam. This beam is low and I am taller, so my foot is touching the ground, but your foot should not be touching the ground. And you're going to make sure that this part of your foot touches the balance beam. Then from there, you're going to bring your happy leg through that gap there. And you are going to do a crown with this arm. You're going to turn the hand that's on the beam to make it like a butterfly hand. So from here, turn it sideways so your thumb is facing down the beam. Now we are going to do drama and move the hand supplely down and look down it, chin flick a little bit. Bring the hands together, butterfly hands. You're going to leave this back leg nice and straight behind you on the balance beam and turn the knee onto the beam as well. From here, we're going to go to a T position and sit down on the heel, hands out to the side. Then we are going to take our hands, put your happy hand on your hip. Your silly hand is going to come up through a crown as we go to a kneeling position. Stand up and press that silly hand backwards and look over your silly side of the beam. Keeping the back leg straight and pointed. The other hand is on the hip here. Okay, let's go over that mount one more time. Okay. Jump front support. Silly foot goes up behind you. Bring it out to the side. You're going to bring the happy leg through. Crown, looking forwards here. Now turn the hand. Now we're going to look down the foot as we supplely move that hand or that arm and press. The hands come together. Leave the back foot back behind. Put it down. Everything goes to a T. Happy hand goes onto the hip. We're going to our kneeling position and we're pressing. Okay, let's move on to the next part. If you need to do the mount again, just rewind the video. So from here, we're going to go, I'm going to show you first. Okay, so what we're going to do is go out. Both arms are going to press supplely out. And see how I bend the base leg, which will be my silly leg here. Tap, tap with the leg. And as I do that, what I'm doing is I'm bringing this hand, my happy hand, and putting the middle finger on my elbow bend with my palm facing outwards. So tap, tap. So it's out, tap, tap. The tap, tap happens with the leg, not with the hand. The hand just stays there. So from here, do I have the right foot out here? No, there we go. That's fine. From here, we're going to go happy foot out in front, out, tap, tap. Press into a T. As you do the T, this leg's going to straighten your base leg. T, point. Okay, let's try that again. So we just stood up from the mount and press and out, tap, tap, T, point. So there's a little bit of rhythm to it. Here is where we would do the cartwheel. So lunge or mountain climber into the cartwheel. We land the cartwheel, and we finish. Poses after the cartwheel. We're going to turn our happy foot so it's sideways on the balance beam and put our silly foot pointed down the beam, so just the big toe. Arms go out into a T. We're going to cover the eyes, bring the leg in, and then out again, okay? Let's go over that again. So we've just landed the cartwheel. We finish. From here, turn the happy foot, your happy direction. So if you're a righty, you turn the right foot and go to the right. If you're a lefty, you turn the left foot and go to the left. Okay, arms are going to go to a T. We're going to plie the base leg. Base means the leg that's on the beam. Point toe. Bring it in. And then back out. So we're going to keep our chest nice and upright as we do that. Just cover the face. Stack the arms. And back out. Then from here, we're going to drag the leg that's already there. So don't take this foot and go forwards with it. We're going to drag the leg that's just in a point. So there's no pressure on that foot. You're going to drag it together and press this hand. This is your happy hand. Press the happy hand. Now we've got our silly hand on our hip here. Our silly foot is in front, and we're in a lock releve position, which means the feet are together. We're hand releve, ankles are flat. Okay? From here, we're going to go into the turn. Hip hand does the work, which means that I'm going to take the hand that's on my hip there. I'm going to bring it around my head. Okay? The hand that's on the hip. Hip hand does the work and get it ready for a turn. That's just the arms. Let's do those arms again. So we're here. Hip hand does the work. Get ready for a turn. So you should be here. Happy hand is in kind of a beach ball holding position. Silly hand is out to the side. Now, as far as the feet go, since we were in a releve lock stand with our silly foot in front, we don't want to do a half turn with our silly foot in front. So we're going to go hip hand does the work. This foot, the foot that's in the front, this one gets a little confusing. Foot that's in the front is going to drop. Foot that's in the back is going to point. Let's do that movement all together slowly. Hip hand does the work, point. Then we can get into our turn prep. Our girls do lunge, half turn, step, hands behind the bottom. You're kind of gonna go backwards, downwards, hands behind the bottom, okay? So we go hip hand does a work, drop, turn, step, hands go behind the bottom. Now, from here, we have which foot in front? Our silly foot in front. We need to get to a position where we can do our jumps. You're going to want to do your jumps with your happy foot in front. So we're going to do a little dance to get there. So we're going to go. Nope, that's not right. We're going to kick backwards. Ignore that. Okay, we've just done a turn. Hands behind. We're going to drop onto the happy foot. Sorry, and kick the silly foot back behind us. Arms go out to a T. Arms go to opposition. Ignore that again. I'm going to try again. Thank you, Kaylin. Okay, so bleh. Turn. Hands behind your bottom. Arms go opposition, which means that if you are a righty, your left arm's going to go in front and your right arm's going to go out to the side. If you're a lefty, right arm out in the front, left arm out to the side. And drop. Then we're going to go up high to releve. We're going to take the back leg. High to releve, passe. We're going to drop and we're going to kind of take it from here and put it on the inside of the balance beam. So not on the outside, but on the inside. So your legs are crossed like you have to pee. Then arms go like this. Look down the hand and tap the balance beam. Okay, let's do that portion all again from right before the cartwheel. So we are doing we've just stood up from the mount, do, out, tap, tap, T, point, cartwheel, and finish, go out to a T, and cover the eyes, back out, slide together. Hip hand does the work, drop, lunge, half turn, step, hands behind the bottom. Now, opposition arms, leg kick straight, releve in a passe, drop, look down the hand, touch the balance beam. This is where we're getting to have the happy foot in front for the jumps. So we're gonna go step together, and that's gonna get our happy foot in front for our jumps. We'll do stretch jump, land, split jump, land, and then finish those. Point your foot in front to get us ready for the handstand. Don't ignore the point. Then lunge or mountain climber into your handstand, step together, and finish. Okay? Let's go through that from just finishing the cartwheel again. Finish the cartwheel. That means that your silly foot should be in front. Finish. Turn out. T. Stack the arms. T. Press. Hip hand does the work. Drop. Half turn. Step, hands behind the bottom. Drop opposition arms. Step, passe releve. Cross over the balance beam. Look down the silly hand. Touch the beam. Arms out in a T. Step together. Stretch jump. Split jump. Land. And finish. Point. Lunge or mountain climber. Handstand. Step together. Finish. Now from here, new part. Our arms are going to swoop down as we step lock. And the step lock is going to be with the silly foot in front. Step lock, silly foot in front. Go through the crown and press. Try that again. Just land to the handstand. That means our happy foot's in front. Finish. And arms swoop through crown, press. Now we're going to lock our head in by putting our hands behind our head. We're going to drop to a squat. And we are going to squat turn on releve. Now the hands are going to swoop down again. We're going to go to a Fosse pose with the hands. Good hand on top, silly hand on the bottom. You're going to look over your silly shoulder as you stand into our Fosse pose, which is in a lock releve with your happy foot in front. From here, we're going to our scale. We're not going to touch the beam before the scale with the back foot. So we're going to drop to a T and bring the leg up into a scale. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, and then tap. Let's go over that again from the end of the handstand. Finish the handstand. Swoop, step, silly foot in front, press. Grab behind, put your head in jail. Squat, turn, hands down. We're going to the Fosse pose. Standing and look over the shoulder. Drop to a scale. Base leg stays straight. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics. Tap. This leads us into our leap pass. Step arms down. Leap arms out. Plie with chest up. Plie means both heels down. Releve. This will lead to a stretch jump in level 5. So for right now, we're just looking for nice body alignment in the releve here. We're getting ready for the dismount, so we're going to do our final few poses here. We're going to step back, and that means we're going to take the front foot and move it back behind us. So your front foot right now should be your happy foot. We're going to step back with the happy foot, go to a forced arch with the silly foot in the front, and press the hands. Let's try that again. We're going to releve lock stand, step backwards onto the happy foot, keep the front foot arched, forced arched, bent knee, press. So we're going to call that push. And then we're going to go step back. And guess what? We're going to go to another forced arch with the happy foot in front. We're going to interlock our hands with your happy hand facing you and your silly hand. Well, I guess your happy hand facing away and your silly hand facing you. Lock them together. And you're going to turn them to the side. But you're going to keep looking down the beam. Okay, that's our next pose. And then we get ready for our dismount. Point. We go into a lunge or a mountain climber. And we dismount from there. Okay, let's do those final few things again. So we are doing the scale. Let's go from the scale. 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, tap, step, arms down, leap, arms out, plie, releve, step back, push, step back, pull, and twist, point, lunge, or mountain climber, side handstand, turn, dismount. Okay, that is everything for the routine. Let's go through one more time to see if we've remembered it all. But if there's any part of it that you're having trouble with, just rewind the video and rewatch that part. All right, salute to start the routine. Jump front support, silly foot goes back behind to your bottom, put it out to the side, drag the happy foot through, and crown looking forwards. Now turn the hand, so we're ready. Press, show some drama, look down the hand, and go to butterfly hands. Back foot stays on the beam nice and straight. Show a T, hand goes on the hip, happy hand goes on the hip, silly hand comes up, press through, and out, tap, tap, T, oh, tap, tap, gotta bend this arm, tap, tap, T, point, lunge or mountain climber into your cartwheel. Land the cartwheel with the silly foot in front, and finish. Turn the happy foot to the happy side, silly foot goes out to the side, cover the eyes, back out, and press. Hip hand does the work. Turn. Step hands go behind the bottom. And opposition arms. Passe releve. Drop. Touch the beam. Step together with the happy foot in front to prepare us for jumps. Stretch jump. Split jump. Land. Finish. Point. Handstand. Step together. Finish. Arms swoop, go to releve lock, stand through crown, press finish, put your head in jail, drop, turn, hands come down, go to Fosse pose with happy hand on top, and look over the shoulder. Drop straight into scale, 1 gymnastics, 2 gymnastics, tap, step arms down, leap arms out, plie, releve, step back push, step back pull, point, and dismount. Then you dismount and salute. I hope this was helpful with learning your level 4 balance beam routine or teaching it to your students. You guys can check out our channel for a bunch more helpful videos and information, and follow us on Instagram at Flight Athletic Academy. Bye.